Welcome, everyone, to Urban Healers Podcast. I am your host, Stephanie Naylor Lillard, and one of the mental health therapist associates at Urban Healing Counseling. Urban Healing Counseling and Urban Healers Podcast was founded by our amazing CEO, Janaea Sadler, who cultivates an environment where asking for help is our greatest strength. Today, our podcast will focus on wellness and nutrition. I am super excited and honored to introduce our guest today, Ida Smith. She's a nurse practitioner, nutrition and wellness lifestyle consultant, and community advocate. Welcome, Ida, to Urban Healers Podcast.
Well, good morning, Stephanie, and thank you for having me today. I'm just as excited.
Wonderful. We are so excited to have you with us here today. The audience is I'm already having things coming to the chat right now. Already having some nutrition questions being asked, some wellness questions being asked, and some health questions being asked. So we're going to be power-packed on today. Well, Ida, as you are welcomed into the Urban Healers Podcast fold, can you tell the audience a little bit about your wellness and nutrition mission?
Yes, my mission. Healthy lifestyle modifications definitely is near and dear to my heart. It's what I do. It's who I am. When I focus on wellness and nutrition, I'm helping individuals build a foundation for a healthier, more vibrant life. I believe in the ripple effect. Helping one person feel better can change a family, a community, even a generation. That belief keeps me going. Every client/patient I support is part of a bigger mission to create a healthier, more connected world. So many people I find walk around feeling unheard, misunderstood, or stuck. As a certified health and wellness coach, I listen, support, and guide others toward feeling empowered on their health and wellness journey.
Wow, that is powerful. Audience, did you hear that? I mean, wow. I don't know if we can stop all the typing that's going on in the chat right now. Ida, one of the first things one of the attendees is asking in the chat is, why is the right types of food so important for our everyday bodily function?
As far as the foods that I think about, as far as our everyday function, Water is the ultimate life force, and that is so key to everything. Water isn't just a drink, it's our body's lifeline. It helps regulate temperature, flush out toxins, cushions joints, and keep our skin and organs hydrated. And I'm not sure if people are aware, even mild dehydration can zap our energy and focus. Foods like cucumbers, oranges, and soups help us stay hydrated, but nothing beats a good old glass of H2O.
Oh, wow. This is so funny because now we've got people in the chat going, okay, what is your thoughts about alkaline water? They have all of these different versions of waters. And so many individuals sort of just don't know. I didn't know how complex water, has become. And so they were sort of asking, what's your take on that?
Well, there are several different water brands and names out there. We have alkaline, we have spring, we have distilled. I don't have a particular water. I just say to our guests and our listeners, drink whatever. And we have sparkling, we have such a variety of water. Just drink, what's out there, what you feel is comfortable and thirst quenching to you. Water is just so vital in our everyday function. So I want us to focus not so much at this point on whether it's alkaline, sparkling, drink water to stay hydrated.
Well, you heard it first, audience. Drink water. We have to keep things simple sometimes. We can overcomplicate a simple matter. And you heard Ida, she said, drink water. We need to hydrate ourselves. All right. Well, Ida, what do you think is some good healthy snack choices? A lot of people are very stressed, and so they go and grab all of these, corn chips or chip-based products. What is our body actually craving or really needing for that energy boost or that detoxification boost?
I thought about a couple of things, and when you said chips, that is truly one of my weaknesses. And I have to recharge, rethink, and like you said, energize. So 5 of my power meal / snacks that naturally provide the body with energy that I find to be useful is oatmeal. I'm not sure how often we talk about oatmeal. And I look at oatmeal with chia seeds and frozen berries. And why this works for me, it's an affordable pantry staple with fiber, packed with fiber. And fiber is so instrumental in our everyday life too. It helps with keeping our hunger level under control. It also decreases the spikes in our blood sugar. And, when you think about your berries are just one of those antioxidants. It's a power punch for your vitamin C. It's so beneficial. So I look at in the morning, I like my oatmeal and I like my seeds, chia, flax, and hemp seeds to help me pack in that fiber. And then also I look at my berries. And the reason I say frozen berries, I'm not sure if a lot of our listeners are like me. Oftentimes I'll buy a berry or buy berries, and the shelf life of berries aren't as sustainable. So I look at frozen berries in which you can just pull them out your freezer. And as far as budget friendly, also, you buy it and it lasts longer and costs less. And with that being said, it releases that energy of fiber, and also it gives you the antioxidants and vitamins that we need. Another thing that I enjoy as far as something that's easy, as far as on the go, apple slices with peanut butter. A lot of times, if we have listeners that are on the go, apples are so easy to actually carry for lunch, for snack, and your peanut butter. Yes, it gives us that boosting brain power. It's great for curbing hunger because your peanut butter adds that fiber and protein, and it's a healthy fat. And also with your apple, it's one of those budget-friendly fruits, like I said, that's easy for us to carry and shelf stable.
Wow. You never think about sometimes, there are a lot of people that might know about the apple peanut butter combination, but this may be also new to our listeners. So she also talked about berries and the antioxidants in berries and how the consumption of those will help our bodies, sort of flourish, grow, keep flushed, hydrated, and keep us energized. So, Miss Ida, thank you for that. What about a lot of the patients that you may have seen over the course of your wise and wonderful decades of helping others, in that area? What are some of the common things that you see in patients that's tied to nutrition would help that ailment, or nutrition would help that symptom that the patient might be facing right now?
I have found, Stephanie, working with my patients and clients, that what we put in our bodies actually dictate our outcomes. And
Okay.
mhm. And I'm pretty sure a lot of our listeners have heard junk in equals to junk out.
Hmm.
So, what a difference it would make if we looked at healthy in, healthy out, meaning looking at our overall health, looking at our mind, body, and spirit. So, if we feed into ourselves the healthy, then we will flourish healthy. So I really talk with my patients about making those healthy lifestyle choices, whether it's getting enough sleep. I think we all are tied now to the telephones, our computers, our laptops, our tablets. And we don't get enough sleep because we are attached to these devices. And so I encourage my patients to put those phones down. And then meditation is key to get a good night's sleep. So rather than that last 30 minutes of checking your text messages, your emails, take that 30 minutes to nourish our minds, relax, meditate, get into a calming spirit prior to lying down. I also encourage our patients just nature walks. For those who lack a routine of physical activity, I encourage to start small, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and find something that you enjoy doing. I laugh at myself because I shared that I'm not a good dancer. And yes, I laugh also. But I tell you, put on some good music and I just dance to my own beat. It's so refreshing just to be who you are at that moment. And we burn calories that way. We're finding things that we enjoy. And I also, one of the things that I really enjoy is walks. I'll take a nature walk and just to look at the trees, the change in the leaves during our season changes, just to hear the birds chirping, it just soothes the soul. And for those who drink pop, I call it pop with sodas. And here in the South, sweet tea, oh my goodness. So I encourage them, instead of drinking those sodas, that sweet tea, to change it with 1 cup of water until you get to that what is recommended. And it's recommended that we drink half our ounces, half our weight in ounces. But we want that to include more water because we've discussed how beneficial water is to our bodies in our daily lives. So those are some things that I really encourage and I enjoy myself. So yes, those are some of the things that I would like to share.
Wow. Well, audience, one of the things of the talents that our multi-talented Miss Ida Smith, is she also does cooking classes and sort of recommends different types of dishes, depending on what the target is. So, Ida, for those that may be having some, digestive challenges, what are some quick meal, maybe you could give us a little bit of a hint. I know this is part of, your protocol and packages. So for those of you who are listening, make sure you go to commissiontoserve.com for more of that.
Yes. One of the things that we, and I say we, because I too have a sweet tooth. And so some of the things that I have really enjoyed in the afternoon after dinner, we look at yogurt, and I focus on Greek yogurt. We look at that as a breakfast, but do you know you can do a breakfast parfait any time of the day to satisfy those sweet urges? And I have something here that I like, my Greek yogurt, which offers us that protein and probiotics to improve our gut health. And also granola. Granola, when you look at seeds and the benefits of seeds, I have that. Seeds packed with nuts and seeds, your great sources of magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E. So what I look at that and I said something that is satisfying, and your Greek yogurt, you do your parfait. And the way you do your Greek parfait and the way I like doing it, I will put my fruit, like I said earlier, your berries, but if you like apples, cut up some apples, put it there because apples offer that fiber that we need, and so does the berries. And it also has our vitamins and nutrients to supplement. So I'll layer it with my fruit at the bottom. Look, I have my way of stacking my parfait. I'll go ahead and put Greek yogurt, and then I like to put my granola. I like flax seeds. I really enjoy seeds. I like my flax. I like my chia and my hemp seeds. And then I'll just continue to layer until, I get that, I won't say perfect combination, but I get a nice combination of consistency, to help. And it's ideal for, like I said, a lot of times we do this parfait for breakfast, but it's also a good meal or snack for post-workout recovery also. And
Oh, wow.
yes. Yes, so that's what I would like to recommend. And another, yes, in your bananas, when we talk about bananas, there's so many ways that we can eat a banana. A banana with peanut butter, and you can add your granola. You can add banana, peanut butter, and chocolate, dark chocolate chips for those who enjoy a little bit of chocolate, in their lives. So that's also a great snack. And bananas are just full of nutrients, and it's very fulfilling also.
Wow. I'm telling you what, audience, I don't know about you, but okay, the chat is putting in all these ideas. Now we might have to take this chat and create some meal plans out of what's in the chat right now, Miss Ida.
Yes, yes. I enjoy experimenting with food. I think one of the best things that we can do is have a healthy relationship with the foods that we eat. Don't look at, oh, I can't have this or I can't have that. I encourage my patients to have a colorful plate, meaning have more of your fiber-rich foods on your plate. And those foods are so filling for you. Just think, when we look at a salad, and I know there's so many ways you can dress up a salad, dress down a salad, but if you look at your green leafy vegetables, and I like arugula, I like my romaine, and when you look at the different variety of lettuces, and then you add your peppers, the different color peppers. You add, your berries, your fruit. You're talking about something that's just inviting.
Oh, wow. Well, there's a whole lot in the berry family.
Mhm.
What how do you feel about, we know about blackberries and strawberries and blueberries, you know. What are some other berries that are out there that folks may not know that it's good to have. Like, what do you feel about cherries? This is what's coming up in the chat right now. Cherries. What are your thoughts about those?
My thing, when it comes to fruit, you can't go wrong. You have your blueberries, you have your blackberries, you have, and I'm looking out in my yard now, you have grapes. I have muscadines. I tell you, muscadines, oh my goodness. Actually, I hope I'm not getting too far off script. I made muscadine fig chia jam. And when I say it's mouth-watering, oh my goodness. And what I did, because muscadines were right at the end of the muscadine season. And so when I got fresh muscadines, I wanted to know what could I do with all of these muscadines? And I have figs. So it's like, let me find me a recipe to include, two things that we don't think about putting together. And I shared my jam with neighbors, friends, family, coworkers. And one of my colleagues said, Miss Ida, I don't know what you put in it. She said, but I ate the whole jar. I said, no. use it, as a spread. You can use it as a topper on your yogurt. There's so many things that we can actually do with our fresh fruit and make it healthy, nutritious, and I believe in tasty. If it looks good and tastes good, you're going to have more people that are enjoying the fruits of our labor.
Yes, that sounds absolutely wonderful. Well, I know, audience, that we've had Miss Ida a short time. I'm already getting all these emojis in the chat going, no, not right now. Well, she will be back to do part 2 of the nutrition and wellness journey. And so we are going to be happy to have her back. So, Miss Ida, can you tell our audience how to get in contact with you? What's your website and your email and your telephone number?
Yes. My email is idasmith@commissiontoserve.com. My website is www.commissioned2serve.com. My number is 470-483-4840.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Ida. We are just so happy to have you be a guest at Urban Healers Podcast. And we look forward to doing some more of these meetings with you. As I've seen the chat, a lot of emojis with thumbs up and hearts. And so, Miss Ida, you're already getting a lot of love from the urban healers that we have out there. So thank you so much.
And I want to take this opportunity to thank you, Miss Stephanie, for having me. And it's been a real pleasure to share this space with you and your listeners. I really do appreciate having this opportunity to share my passion and this journey with others. And I guess I can sign off with stay encouraged, stay kind, and keep nourishing your mind, body, and spirit. Until next time.
Oh, thank you so much, Miss Ida. Until next time. Urban Healing Counseling and Urban Healers Podcast can be accessed at www.urbanhealingcounseling.com. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.